It is a great honor to meet you because to be able to be first Mexican born in space, really representing us Latinos and doing something that nobody has really done. What was that experience like? And when you came down and really met everybody, what was that for you? How the importance was?
I think when I was selected, I realized that this was not going to be the same experience that other people were going to have. And that became very clear when I started speaking to other astronauts, and I would ask them the same question: how do you feel about that responsibility to your community? And they would kind of look at me with confused eyes, and I realized that we weren't really having the same experience because for so many years the same type of person has been going to space. So for them, they're not necessarily underrepresented or not represented in those spaces, and they don't necessarily feel like they have that responsibility to their communities back home because their communities back home do have those opportunities. So for me to be conscious of that and to realize that my experience was going to be different, it was going to be harder, it was going to be a lot tougher to be able to manage that side of it. I also realized that I had two choices. I could go on with my life or I could accept it. And I decided to accept it. I accepted the responsibility, and for an entire year, I've been working tirelessly to make sure that we can create more space related opportunities for Latinos everywhere, and not only in the US, but also in Latin America. Because for many of them, if they're not born in a country that has a space program, they simply cannot go to space unless they find a way to come up with lots and lots and lots of money, which again, in some of these countries, that is just not a possibility. So that is what I have at the moment, deep inside of my heart, that responsibility to make sure that I'm not the last.
Oh, exactly. And you shouldn't be the last. You should be the first of many more. And I hope that is, especially encouraging younger students who want to be in your shoes eventually and work up to that. So you're a great inspiration for that. Have to tie this into the documentary. What was it like being a part of it and really, especially working with William Shatner and to prepare him because you didn't go up in space with him, but
No, I
you
didn't.
kind of were in the same space flight and everything like that.
We had the same experience, and seeing him come back and the way that he reacted to what he saw and what he witnessed was just something that was so inspiring to me. And he went up before me, so when I saw that reaction, I remember I was just filled with goosebumps. And those words that he had are the words that were in my mind as we were about to launch off into space, because I knew that in a little bit I was about to understand exactly what he was talking about and what he was saying. And what he's living right now is exactly what I'm living right now. We're both living with the aftermath of this overview effect, this change in perspective, which is a psychological shift that you really can't help. It just stays with you. The person you were before this, you left them in space, and the person you are now, you have a responsibility to that person and to that new soul that you come back with to follow through with what you feel you have to do. And that's exactly what he's doing, and that's exactly what I'm doing. So if I can support him in that mission that he has, just like he's supporting me as well in the mission that I have, I think that that's so beautiful.
No, I agree completely, especially with the Star Trek relatedness and everything, and where we're at now as a society. And hopefully, in 100, 200 years, we'll be traveling through space like that.
I think we will.
And especially, there'll be Latinos out there as
Yes.
well. But thank you very much for stopping with us. It's a true honor to meet you
Thank
and
you.
to be able to talk to you about this new documentary.
Thank you
No
so
problem.
much.